Hey, welcome to the MatMadik PCA channel, back with another music video reaction for Tom MacDonald. It's been a long time, and sadly, I wouldn't count on my regular reappearance. It's just the way my life is moving these days, sorry. But, no, honestly, I'm focusing on my main passion, which is game design, and I'm here today just to revisit another long lost passion, which is music video reactions. Today we're checking out Tom MacDonald's song Who You Are. He has other songs I'd like to catch up on, but today it's this one. And excuse me, it's a very catchy title straight off the bat with me, because pride in ourselves is something I feel that society and civilization needs to sustain itself. We have been disparaged for many years now, whether you're a Trump supporter, Elon Musk supporter, Russell Brand supporter, excuse me, and or just a person who's proud of their nation, their race, or whatever, to see that label that you identify with as a tool for dividing yourself against somebody else. You're told that you should be against somebody because you're pro somebody else. And I personally, I love the people I mentioned. It doesn't mean that I hate people who don't share that view. As you know, people on my channel regularly, they don't share some of my views on the matter. Family, you don't share my views on the matter. I love them all, and I respect their views. But no matter who you are, relatively speaking, to another person, whether you're talking about that in a contextual sense with a label, or just abstractly through calling yourself the I am, remembering and taking pride in who you are is so key to having a healthy life. And Tom MacDonald, despite his very rowdy appearance, has a very sane message that helps all of us. So today, without further ado, let's see how he puts that in song. Here we go.
Remember who you are, white boy. Start a fire with some gas and a match, hanging out the window of a truck with a flag, pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you. Just remember who you are, white boy. Raising hell just like your old man. Little slice of heaven somewhere out on a ranch, pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you.
Hey, just like I thought. Excuse me. So right now he's talking about, what is he? A white boy, and he's proud of it, and I'm proud of his pride in himself. And all the antics that he's told that he ought to feel bad for the toxic masculine qualities of it, as you know, trends would label it. You take your power back when you embrace it. And that's the beauty of Tom MacDonald. A bit like Batman inverting the image of Dracula, with a bat being a good guy. Tom MacDonald is taking these images that are, in some context, publicly condemned, or given, or people the title of pariah. Excuse me, and he just turns it into something to represent someone who has their stuff together. He seems very stable to me, even though he's describing a lot of raising hell. So that's something I love about Tom MacDonald. What do you think about this song so far? Let's keep going.
This is for my guys outside with a little bit of red on their necks, standing for the anthem with their hand on their chest. Rattlesnakes on some yellow flags hanging from their window panes. Buddy, you should watch where you step. Step, 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 get to stepping, y'all. Get gone. We just wanna work, go to church, have a good time till we in the dirt. Remember who you are, white boy. Start a fire with some gas and a match, hanging out the window of a truck with a flag, pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you. Just remember who you are, white boy. Raising hell just like your old man. Little slice of heaven somewhere out on a ranch, pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you.
This is is the beautiful thing about America, and again, as you probably can tell, I'm not from America, but you have this uniting spirit despite all the different angles that you come out with, that you identify with. You're a white boy American, you're a black boy American, you're Asian boy American, even though technically that ought to represent a different nation right there. But if it comes under the label American, of course, legally speaking, or naturally or legally speaking, for goodness sake, I could say African American, but some people who like to nitpick over these things, typically country people who like to say, what does that term African American mean if you've never been to Africa? Whatever. At the end of the day, this is what makes me quite an open-minded person. If you have this spirit of being proud of a certain label, you're welcomed into the fold. And when I say proud, I don't mean pride, the co-opted rainbow that that is associated with let's just say a presence that seems to be at odds with the American flag. Whatever it may be, if you can live and let live, that just solves all the world's ills, in my opinion. So, right. All that is to say that despite a label that ought to be divisive, it can be a linking device when you just speak with a natural love of self. It's the hatred of self that divides you from yourself, and thus fractures relationships going outward. So, I love this message. Be proud of who you are and remember it too. Let's go.
This is for the guys who gon' fight to be free till the cops come around. Who never let the flag that they wave touch the ground. Metal sign on a fence post, no trespassing allowed. And this is for the ones who don't run, reading Bibles, loading guns. They know what they gotta do and they know how to get it done. All the ones who learning lessons till the day they get to heaven. If you ain't one of us and get to stepping, stepping. Step, 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 get to stepping, y'all. Get gone. We just wanna work, go to church, have a good time till we in the dirt. Remember who you are, white boy. Start a fire with some gas and a match. Hanging out the window of a truck with a flag. Pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you. Just remember who you are, white boy. Raising hell just like your old man. Little slice of heaven somewhere out on a ranch. Pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you.
Yeah, I just let it play with the verse and the hook. I used to just stop his videos all the time and just give my thoughts, but the video would get so long. There's so much he said there I can unpack, and I'm really pleased. It's so catchy, it's to the point. His songs are very formulaic, and that's how he's able to produce them out. Sausage Factory style, but I love the sausage. That sounds weird. Anyway, or maybe it's just it reminds me of when he was getting dissed by Upchurch sausage addiction. Oh dear. Anyway, what I was trying to say before that unfortunate metaphor came up was, it's very interesting how I said this in another video. We tend to demonize people for being proud of or an advocate for a certain group, even if you're not of that group. This whole thing of only black people can play black roles and what have you is as silly as saying only females can be feminists. The whole thing unravels when you pick on the PC crowd and all the nonsensical edicts that they try and enforce on us. It just reveals a lot of fakeness. So again, they can have male feminists, but what is a woman? And or what is female? And when you go on this million alphabet soup LGBT business, you just find yourself feeling ever more confused about yourself, to the point where how can you be proud of what you can't accurately identify? Naturally, I'm not trying to one up you. I'm just trying to honestly say, just be proud of people for them. That's why even I can be proud of people like Elon Musk, even though I probably can't relate to him at all. Maybe in some way, but that is it. You can be a feminist and not be a female. You can be a philanthropist and not be philanthropic. Alright, let's just put it to you this way, people. Think about it. What's happened? You can be a feminist and that's a good thing, right? and you can be a sexist, and that's a bad thing. When both people are they're effectively the same thing, just advocates for a particular group that they claim pride for, even if they're not one of them by physical attribute definitions. But one is demonized, and what's happened? What's happened is, politically speaking, one has been demonized to create a controlled opposition camp. You have white people who are part of the nation, part of their race, and even their gender, if you will. Oh, I'm not saying gender, their sex, right? You can have people on this side, and then on the other side, you can have people who feel that them being proud of themselves means they must hate me. And who put that being there on it? It's probably a deep state government faction that has tried to gin up support for their side by saying people who are proud of themselves but are not like you must be your enemy. They must hate you because they're of the opposing camp, and thus you have the red and blue split that is completely manufactured. But all of you in this instance here, as the song is showing us, just patriots, nationalists, patriots, same thing. You don't need these labels to mean to you what people are trying to make them mean to you. Just be proud, just be happy with yourself, and everything you touch will bring peace. And that's how it works. That's why I can be proud of Tom MacDonald and the Patriots, despite him saying, if you're not one of us, get to step in. He doesn't mean if you're not one of us a white boy. It means if you're not one of us proud patriots. So let me know what you make of this so far. That's my take on the matter. Let's let the song play out with the bridge, as he always follows his second hook with.
Remember who you were, white boy, before they try to erase in your past and told you it's bad. Remember who you were, white boy, before they put your kids in a mask to sit in the class. Remember who you were, white boy, before the only lives that mattered were black. You got attacked. Remember who you were, white boy. I'm telling you, you gotta go back and be more like that.
Alright, before we even play that hook, I love that bridge. I love what he said about masks and the black situation. The mask thing. Don't think I forgot about what happened with the whole COVID nonsense. That was hard. It's just such a traumatic experience. It's heartbreaking. It makes me wonder, wow, how did this happen? And how did people play along with the blue pill agenda and police each other into madness and act like they were in the right? They ruined themselves. But at the same time, when you're a true Christian, whom God bless, no man can curse. So that's how you can let go of it and just forgive. It seems wrong. The tribalists would like you to, this is with the people who want to take issues with how President Trump operates. President Trump allowed people to the vaccine so you can choose. This is what free will is about. Yes, God says choose life, but he doesn't say you better. You have free choice. When you choose your way through this world, even with AI at foot, as long as you choose to use it, you're in the clear. People are always wrestling against or being made to feel that they have to fight against somebody trying to take away their will, their soul, pretty much. And it's an existential fight for survival. It's a crisis. People always feel that this is what they're up against, and honestly, that's not the case. Obviously, it's not the case. What we're dealing with instead is, how can I say this? What we're dealing with instead is, I lost my train of thought, people, sorry. What we're dealing with is being manipulated into feeling that we have to fight each other so we can be more easily control a position. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. But it is worth remembering what confusion looks like. After the whole COVID thing and people took the masks off, a lot of people, just because they're following the leader, oh, you can take it off, so can I, and so on and so. Not because they decided to take it off during the nonsensical enforcement that, like I did. People keep trying to confront me over it and blah blah blah, wreck families, wreck relationships, what have you, even professions can threaten your income. It's a horrible chapter and can't pretend like that never happened, but at the same time, thank God it is of no consequence when you're blessed. And then the final masking, the final mask off moment to remember is this black thing. I'm really happy with what happened with the Carmelo Anthony case where he went down, because a bit like with the whole George Floyd thing, black people have been woke for some time, but they don't realize the black people who you get angry when you call the N-word, but they say N-word all over the place. This is, when I look back at it, Tupac is one of the wokest Kendrick Lamar's that I don't care for out there. And sure, I won't deny I can appreciate a song here and there, but I know what I'm dealing with now. This is how you can go from saying, I want to protect the black race, and then I'm going to kill you and murder. It's like, what's going on here? Wait. And all it is a bunch of being manipulated, drugging here and there in very contradictory throes of allegiance to an entity you can't even identify. And all you need to do is identify yourself in your core that you're proud of. So, that all being said, people, I want to know what you think. Do you remember who you are under all the noise, all this stuff that we've been going through? Can you stay grounded in this world? This is a big deal, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are. So, let's let this one play out.
Remember who you are, white boy. Start a fire with some gas and a match. Hanging out the window of a truck with a flag. Pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you. Just remember who you are, white boy. Raising hell just like your old man. Little slice of heaven somewhere out on a ranch. Pissing off the world that's trying to tell you it's bad to be like you.
I love it. Whoa. Who's Corey Burns? I know Nova. Oh, and Tom MacDonald. Probably his sister. But new people, and I love it, and I want to know, people, what do you think? This song really does it for me. Really, Tom MacDonald does it for me. And I love the fact that it's formulaic as well. When somebody has a winning formula, it doesn't get boring. That's the beautiful thing. You think that to get clout, you have to do something wild and wacky every time and go for the beaten track. Tom MacDonald, I guess his journey has been very interesting during the whole Biden era, if you will. And once President Trump got blasted in his ear, he was like, okay, I'm Team Trump, and then President Trump eventually gave him a shout out from the podium when he was at one of his rallies. And of course, not to mention, he did a photo. I think he did a photo with Trump, but he did one with what's that guy? He did the Patriots album with Adam Calhoun, right? Yeah, he's got a picture of him too. And once you go that route, you got people that have no idea what Ryan Upchurch's position on President Trump is now. Maybe he wasn't political altogether, but you got these people who are anti-President Trump, and it's really silly, in my opinion, if you want to protect the nation, blah blah blah. But Tom MacDonald was a voice of the reason in the mad world when he was coming up with all the nonsense that the Biden era was inflicting on people. This isn't my bias speaking, but I feel that it has merit, but make of it what you will. Tom MacDonald was an anti-establishment voice, but when President Trump is here, if he's on Team Trump, would you call him establishment? Well, depends on how establishment you think President Trump is with all the attacks he's facing every day through the media and what have you. But establishment is not the issue. It's about, are you standing for sanity? Are you proud of it? Are you proud of your nation and what have you? So it's not about just being against somebody because they're on the other team, or whoever you think the other team is, for goodness sake. It's, do you know yourself? As the Oracle program in the Matrix said, know thyself. You know yourself. It doesn't matter whether you're establishment, non-establishment, corporate, non-corporate, whatever. You know yourself. You're talking enlightenment, peace, and prosperity, gospel, if you will. Your message is sound. But that's my take on it. What do you think, people? Shout out to Tom MacDonald again, and I wish you a happy day going forward. And until we meet again, check out my other gaming videos. All right, peace.